Hello and welcome here at Convotherm, live from our show kitchen. My name is Connie and with me is Andy, our corporate chef and the film crew. Today we are going to talk about the benefit you achieve with our new Convotherm Max Pro and our intelligently integrated smoke option, the ConvoSmoke. We will show you how to smoke different types of products in different cooking modes. So Andy, can you please explain us what smoking really means and the different types of smoking?
Yes, so smoking is one of our cooking methods in our Convotherm Max Pro, and smoking is a traditional way actually of cooking. And there are two types actually of smoking. So you have cold smoke for really gently delicate items like, for example, a salmon. And then we also have hot smoke, what we use for ribs, for example, or chicken legs, where we are actually cooking and smoking at the same time, what speeds up also the whole smoking process.
And what are the advantages of the ConvoSmoke compared with normal smoking ovens?
I think the key advantage is definitely our closed system. With the closed system, all the smoke actually stays in a high concentration inside the cavity. Compared to a traditional smoker where it immediately leaves the system, here everything stays inside, the concentration is higher, and that also means that the whole smoke process is happening much, much faster. And best part of it, you don't even smell in your kitchen that you're actually smoking.
So Andy, what makes the ConvoSmoke in our Convotherm Max Pro so special?
I think definitely the easy handling. So here we have our smoker box with our handle, and you will see it's so simple to actually operate this. And why you don't just try it by yourself?
Perfect.
Take the smoker box,
yeah.
I open the door for you, and you can see at the back there is this heating element. So just slide the box on top of it, remove the handle, close the door, and you are actually good to go for smoking. That simple.
Oh.
Yeah, take it out.
Take it out?
Yeah, we need the smoker box soon.
It's as simple as before.
Close the door.
So, and now we see here the smoker box.
Correct.
And I can see in front of us you already prepared the wood chips and the biscuits.
Yeah, as usual by TV, something is prepared.
So can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so you just saw how simple it is actually to work with the smoker box. Now we have the option to fill it either with the biscuits or the wood chips. As simple it is, remove the lid, take as much wood chips or biscuits you want. As more you take, as higher the concentration, as higher the smoke flavor actually would be. Close the lid, handle, and then we just would repeat the step we just did on the heating element, ready to smoke.
So this means the box is neatly installed inside the cavity.
Yes.
And it is not an additional accessory to be placed outside the cooking chamber. This is our intelligent simplicity, well thought through, from beginning to end. Now, Andy, can you please tell us when to use wood chips or biscuits?
Yeah, so basically flavor-wise, they are both the same, and also there are different flavors available of different wood types. The wood chips, actually, we only recommend for cold smoking. And the reason for that is after smoking, the wood chips burns down fully to ash. That means during cold smoking, there is no fan movement inside the cavity at all. If I would use it for hot smoking, where actually the fan is running, the ash from the burned wood chips would fly around and could stick on the surface of my products. Versus the biscuits, even after smoking, they stay solid. They still have the same shape. That means flavor-wise, exactly the same. Just for hot smoking, I can do the smoking, then I can go in convection air with crisp and tasty to brown and crisp up the product. And with the biscuits, there is no risk that ash or something flying around inside the cavity.
Okay, so using wood chips is only a good idea when the fan is not moving.
For cold smoking, correct.
Okay, so we make it easy here at Convotherm. With Convotherm Max Pro and the ConvoSmoke option, you can use both wood chips or biscuits. Makes you much more flexible.
And just to quickly step in. And it's not only that you can use both, actually between hot and cold smoke, you also can choose always the cooking method you're looking for. So do you want to smoke in steam, in combi or convection? So it gives you a wide range of flexibility and actually creativity.
So that brings us to the next point, I guess. So
hungry?
Yeah, let's start. So where do we start with now?
I prepared here, or I have prepared in our chiller something for you, and we want to do something, I would say a little bit unusual. So I prepared nice salmon. Underneath we see some pak choy, and we want to actually gently poach the salmon now on a really nice, humid, warm environment. And at the same time, we also want to smoke it. And for this, we will use our 610 unit, Connie. And since I said before, smoking is one of our cooking methods, we find it under the chef's hat. Let's have a look there. On the right corner, we see the icon for the smoking. And now I can choose, do I want to have hot smoke or cold smoke? We want hot smoke in this case. And Connie, poaching, which cooking method?
It's steaming.
It's steaming, there we are. And we will use now, as a cavity temperature, only 45 degrees. This is more than enough to poach the salmon really, really gently. And as a total cook time, we will choose 30 minutes. So everything is set it up, Connie. I would say press start, please, for me.
Let's start.
And there we are. Aha, something is missing. We still have here our smoker box, Connie, with our biscuits. So we have to load this in.
I open the door for you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So as simple we shown before, remove the handle, close the door, and now we just have to confirm the green tick.
How long will it take from now on?
So it will take now roughly 18 minutes before we see the first amount of smoke happening. When this happens, we will load in our salmon, and then it takes another 12 minutes to poach the salmon gently. So in total, just 30 minutes. All right, Connie, as you can see, our Convotherm Max Pro shows us now that the salmon actually is ready. Let's take it out.
Perfect.
All right, Connie, let's set up 2 plates nicely. So we take our salmon, and the pak choy, I want to marinate it a little bit. So we just take some of it and we chop it quickly, like, I would say like a salad. And we marinate it with some soy sauce and some sesame oil. So we just put this in a bowl. Some sesame oil. Connie, this will be the best starter ever.
That's what I just thought, you know. It's so simple, it's, you know, it's so quick.
It is. Just mix this quickly. All right. Let's set up the plate. Take the salmon, really soft salmon. And there we are, Connie. And Connie,
so that's
what it is.
Great. It really great, delicious. It's so simple. And as you said, perfect starter.
Smoked and poached salmon in perfection.
So, Andy, smoking while steaming is very healthy. But what about more typical food items? I remember you mentioned barbecue ribs in the beginning. Okay. Here we come.
Now we are focusing on even higher temperature. So here in front of us we see your spare ribs, what you asked for. We have a pork shoulder, what we want to do as pulled pork, and we have our ducks here on our accessories where we also want to have it smoked, obviously, and nice brown and crispy all around.
So Andy, what's the Convotherm Max Pro secret to achieve soft and juicy items?
A few things, actually. The first thing is definitely that we are able to do smoking and cooking at the same time. And here now, in the cooking, we are using combi steam. And in our natural smart climate, the beauty is we create a perfect human environment inside the Convotherm, and this helps us to cook the product gently, but also keeps it soft and moist. And at the end, we are actually switching to convection air, with our feature Crisp and Tasty to ensure that the ribs, the pork shoulder and the ducks get a nice browning and crispiness all around.
And I see we are using here frying baskets. Can you tell us why?
Yeah, I guess you're asking where are the fries. This tray is just perfect. You see from the structure, it's really, really perforated. And when I would use product like the ribs or the pork shoulder on a normal container, then on the surface where it's lying on the container, the smoke can't reach the product. Here, the smoke can reach all around, either ribs, pork shoulder, and just transfer the flavor nicely. So actually made for fries, but perfect for smoking as well.
Okay, so let's start to cook and smoke at the same time. And can you show us how simple this is?
Correct. We mentioned it before, how cool it is to have an integrated smoking where we are actually able to write multi-steps profiles. And this is actually what we want to do now. So it's a cooking method, so therefore we find it under our chef set. We are going on smoking. We still keep in hot smoking. The difference before what we see with the salmon or saw with the salmon is we are going now into combi steam. Also temperature-wise, instead of 45 degrees before, we are choosing now 135, that should be fine. And time-wise, I can either choose to work with the core temperature probe, but I've done this a few times, so 2 hours is more than enough and perfect. So that's what we are choosing. And more or less, this is cooking and smoking. But now we want to have it done with only one fingertip. We are adding a next step on it, and therefore we are going now on convection air, increasing the temperature to 220 degrees. Time, 10 minutes is more than enough. Full fan, really nice airspeed, and now we are activating Crisp and Tasty. So what happens now automatically is raw material getting cooked and smoked, plus nicely brown and crispiness thanks to Crisp and Tasty. One fingertip.
Perfect.
And actually, Connie, would you be so kind and press the start button?
Of course.
And the same like before, the most important thing is still missing, our smoker box.
And I will open the door for you.
So kind, thank you very much.
Door.
Like before, we just have to slide the smoker box above our internal heating element. We close the door. We confirm that we placed the smoker box, and Connie, what you see now is actually the preheating.
Perfect, and I'm sure the Convotherm Max Pro will remind us when preheating is done?
Correct, it takes a couple of minutes to create the perfect starting environment, and then we are actually ready to load in the products.
Perfect. With the Convotherm Max Pro, it's so easy and simple.
All right, Connie, the preheating is finished, so we can open the door now and actually load in all our products. So we will start with our pork shoulder. So this one, remember, we want to do as a nice pulled pork. So I just put the dripping tray underneath. And we also have our beautiful spare ribs. Your wish, huh?
Thank you.
No problem. And also there underneath a dripping tray as well. Now we're hanging our beautiful ducks in there. There we use tray position number 1. And you see with the accessories, they are hanging nicely so the hot air and the smoke can surround them nicely. So we just have to close the door. And Connie, actually we have now 2 hours break.
Okay. So let's wait. It's worth it.
All right, Connie, the 2 hours and 10 minutes are over already, and the Convotherm Max Pro reminds us now that our products are actually done. So let's open the door. And, ooh, wow, now you can smell actually that we smoked in there.
First time?
Yeah, so let's take out the ducks first.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that looks heavy.
They already look so nice.
Oh.
Beautiful. Then we have your spare ribs. Look at that. Oh, nice color, nice shine. And finally, we got our pork shoulder for our pulled pork. And I mean, oh yeah, you closed the door. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So when you look now, we have a nice intense color on all of those products. That's not only because of convection and crisp and tasty, it's also, we call it the smoke layer. So when you smoke, there's a thin layer on the surface everywhere, on the cavity, on the product, and this layer gives color and also taste. And yeah, I think, Connie, when I look around, we used this 2 hours to prepare all the things what we need to build up now 3 beautiful dishes out of our products.
This is really exciting. So I'm looking forward to it. So let's start.
Let's start. So we start with the pulled pork. So we have now our nice, gently in combi steam cooked and at the same time smoked pork shoulder. So for that we remove, you see it's already crackling, the pork skin, because we just want to have this nice proper meat. Connie, would you be so kind to take this out? And now, I hope you guys can see that, but it's just, look at this. It's just falling apart. It's tender, it's soft, and I can just mix it by hand. And this is actually what we are looking for when we're talking about pulled pork, pulled turkey, pulled beef, that it's just falling apart, but it's still nice, moist, and juicy.
And the smell.
So, and we add now our ingredients. So we don't want to have this typical pulled pork with barbecue sauce. We smoked it naturally. So we add now some garlic, some parsley, red onions, some chili, make it spicy, some coriander, spring onions.
So now I'm really getting hungry,
and
honestly.
For the little kick, some orange and lime juice with the skin on. And now to get it a bit more juiciness, we just take some stock.
So I help you here.
Thank you. And of course now some salt as well. And now, Connie, actually it's coming the best part. Now you can just mesh around and just mix it up. This actually, to be honest, tastes even nicer if you do this 1 day in advance. So then all the flavor and all the ingredients can actually mix nicely together.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah. All right, and here in front of me, we already see our mini burger buns for our sliders. And for that, let's change the gloves. Yep. And let's build up our mini burgers. So, all right, let's take our mini burger buns and let's build up some sliders. So we just take some cheese. The beauty here is with pulled pork, it's not only for burger, you can also take it as a salad topping or whatever. There is actually open what you want to do with it. So we just take some.
And as you said before, you can easily prepare it 1 day before.
Yeah.
And then just prepare the food.
Correct. So then, I mean, if you do this 1 day ahead, then you just have more flavor, or do you give actually the herbs, the chili, the garlic and everything a bit more time to actually go inside and mix it well together with the meat. So it's quite nice to do this in advance. And you can eat it either warm right now or from cold. I mean.
And it's still juicy.
Absolutely. I mean, this is the beauty with the combi steam in the natural smart climate.
Yeah.
So
look what we just.
I mean, this is the perfect bar food when you look at this, huh? This is what you would expect in room service. This is actually perfect with a pint of beer. Just nice sliders with freshly smoked pulled pork together with some steak fries and some dipping.
Wow, and that's all possible thanks to our Convotherm Max Pro and its smoke option, the ConvoSmoke.
And it doesn't stop there. Let's have a look to our spare ribs as well. So look of the coloration, the shininess. And now important is, of course, also how tender are they. So we could make, actually, you don't need a knife. It's just actually falling apart.
This.
It's beautiful. It's absolutely soft, tender, and absolutely juicy. So, and those spare ribs, we can now serve together with some coleslaw salad and some steak fries. And also here, I think there is no better finger food than freshly cooked, smoked spare ribs at the same time. Beautiful. Dish number 2, done.
I'm just speechless, you can see that. But we don't stop here, not at all with the Convotherm Max Pro. We are so flexible, and you've seen how easy everything is. And remember that we also have...
I have to walk there.
the duck. So we've seen the pulled pork, we have seen the barbecue ribs. Yeah, you don't even use any knife for that. And now I'm really eager to learn more about the last dish.
Yes, that will be our delicious smoked duck. So for that, we remove it from our accessory, from our duck holder. And now we are just we are pretty picky, so we are just focusing now on the breast, on the best part for us. So we don't care about the legs and everything. But also here, I mean, if I look at this, and remember we did this in combi steam. So combi steam is not only keep the product moist, it also makes it beautiful tender. So also here, instead of cutting it hard, it's actually just falling apart. A beautiful duck leg. And actually the same happens with the breast as well. So I just have to make 2 little cuts on there. And the only thing what I need is actually just my fingers, and I can easily remove the whole fillet.
And look at that, the
whole
color.
breast. It's beautiful.
The surface, it's juicy inside.
Outside crispy.
And you can hear that.
Let's make some small little portions. And this one we do a little bit, let's call it Asian style. Remember, we are not in Asia right now, but we want to give at least a fusion. So
we're international. That's
So we just add some hoisin sauce on our kind of pancakes. And then we take our freshly cooked smoked duck in there.
Oh, look at the color.
It's beautiful.
Yes.
And then we take some nicely thin chopped leek. And then we can just wrap it and fold it. And this is something really, really enjoyable to eat together with a hoisin dipping sauce. So freshly, juicy, tender, smoked duck as a takeaway hot pocket. Beautiful.
Perfect. So we see 3 perfect dishes.
Yeah.
Beautiful, delicious.
Actually 4, including the salmon.
My God, thank you. So 4 delicious dishes in our Convotherm Max Pro with its ConvoSmoke option.
Correct.
And I'm just, I'm really hungry right now, but...
I think everybody.
But I remember using biscuits. Can we have a look at the leftover?
There we are. Let's have a look. Just take the smoker box off. So there, Connie, you will see now what we explained before with that if we would use chips, the chips would be fully burned and it would be ash. But since we worked with our biscuits, you see the shape is still there, no ash is flying around, so it's absolutely food safe. And actually they are not fully burned yet. I could continue smoking actually. So there's still potential in there.
So Andy, after this smoking session, I guess we have to clean our Convotherm Max Pro.
Yeah, we strongly recommend actually after every smoking stage to clean the Convotherm. If you continue smoking, there is no necessarily need to clean it immediately, but if you want to do smoking and after that you want to bake some sweet pastries, you should. But also here, no worries, it's super, super easy. All what you need is again, only 1 fingertip. With our cleaning management, it's a fully automatic cleaning, no contact for us with chemical, no hands-on. Actually, fingertip, go home.
And that's it.
That's it.
So today we have seen the real benefits you achieve with our Convotherm Max Pro and its smoke function, the ConvoSmoke, and how easy and efficient it works by doing both cooking and smoking. And since the software is fully integrated, either in the beginning, in the middle, or in the end, smoking is so flexible. And I want to thank you right now. We are now in the end. Andy, thank you very much.
Also, thank you from my side.
And that's it for today. Okay.
That's it.
Bye.
Bye.